Hi guys, welcome back to week 21 of Easy Yoga with Mary, and this here fella here, who is my dog. His name is Huckle. Alright babes, you want to go to bed? You want to go to bed? Go on. Whenever you're ready, we'll lie ourselves down to get started. If you have a chunky block, that would be great. Use a book or a rolled up blanket instead. Go on, do you want to go to bed? Over to bed. Go on. And sit. Stay. That'll last about 2 seconds. Let's lie down when you're ready, nice and carefully. Take time to make any little adjustments you feel you need. Shoulders and lower back. Take time to settle, to feel the ground solid and flat beneath you. Go to bed. When you're settled and you've made your adjustments to your shoulders, your arms and hands, your lower back, legs and feet, we'll just take a few natural breaths, or we just have a few natural breaths. Just whatever kind of breath, excuse me, feels right for you. Breathing in, breathing out, 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 breathing in, breathing out. Just take a moment and begin to move your toes and feet, your fingers and hands. Carefully bend your right leg fit to your mat, left leg fit to your mat. Make those adjustments to the lower back. Begin drawing your knees in towards your chest, placing the hands either on the knees or behind, just whatever feels right. Allow yourself a little bit of movement. Okay, and then just pause. We're going to turn it into a reclining cobbler. So begin to let the knees go wide, the feet begin to come together, the arms inside the legs, holding on the front of the shins or feet. And
just take a second there and have a wee bit of movement. So kind of like one leg or one knee travelling forward while still holding on. Then the other one, it just kind of begins the opening in the hips for you. Okay, and when you're ready, we'll lift, inhale, exhale, lift, raising your head and chest. So you can press your feet together if that suits you. If it doesn't suit you, they can stay apart. Let's just soften the elbows and the shoulders a little bit. Inhale, exhale, lower down, bringing the knees together. Take a second there. The dog is about a little bit more now at the minute because I'm pretty much at home on my own at the minute. Husband's gone back to work, daughter's gone back to college, so when I got one girl at home, she'll be going in the next week or two. So whenever it's just me, he kind of stays local. If other people are on, he roams. Okay, 2 feet on your mat. Extend your right leg away nice and long. Right leg up. Take a second, make any little adjustments you need. Place the 2 hands to the back of the thigh if you can. Remember, if that doesn't suit you, you could always use a belt or a tie strap. If it's too much to fully straighten that leg, then do yourself a favour and maybe do a little bit of bending and straightening. Not everybody's been doing the regular practice like us, so their legs could be tight, their hamstrings could be tight. Left leg away if that suits, and remember to keep the knee bent if you've got a sore back. Just pause and breathe, and just feeling the hamstrings up along the back of the leg. We're going to lift 3 times. Inhale, exhale, lift. Raise your head and chest and slide the hands up if that suits you. Keep them down if it doesn't. Inhale, exhale, lower down. Inhale, exhale, lift. Raising the head and chest, slide the hands up. Inhale, exhale, lower. Sliding the hands down. Last one, we'll hold it a little bit. Inhale, exhale, lift. Raising the head and chest, sliding the hands up. We'll take a second there with that. Check in with your neck, your shoulders. Pause and breathe. Lovely. Inhale, exhale, release, lower all the way down. Just bend the right knee and have your right foot on your mat. Any little adjustments you need to the shoulders or lower back. Now the left leg's a long leg, left leg away, left leg up. 2 hands to the back of the thigh there if you can. Remember, use your equipment, whatever, belt or strap if you need to. Again, remember, if it's too much for you, then you want to slowly lengthen those hamstrings. Tease them out a wee bit. But a bend and straightens, absolutely fine. You may not need that if you don't worry about it. Right leg away to your mat now if that's okay. We'll have 3 lifts. Inhale, exhale, lift, raising head and chest, sliding the hands up. Inhale, exhale, lower, sliding the hands down. Inhale, exhale, lift, sliding the hands up. Inhale, exhale, lower, sliding the hands down. This last one we'll hold a little bit longer. Inhale, exhale, lift, raising head and chest, sliding the hands up. Take a second there just to check in with your neck and your shoulders. Breathe. You kind of notice it. Maybe you can, lower the back a little bit more, bring the leg a little bit towards you. Perhaps not. Lovely. Inhale, exhale, lower. Release, bend the knee, 2 knees bent, 2 feet in your mat. Take a second there to adjust the shoulders and the lower back. Now we're going to do 2 legs up and we're going to do a few lifts. What's really good to kind of let you understand what exactly is meant to be working or what part's meant to be working here. is if you have one of these blocks, this one's quite chunky, doesn't need to be that big, place it between your thighs. You kind of make any little adjustments you need again there, and you kind of squeeze the block. Don't go too mad with it. To see if it's right, you can always adjust the position slightly if need be. You'll have two legs up then, so the feet wouldn't be wide. Try and control them, look at them, do they look like they're about hip width apart? It's fine to keep a slight bend or even a deep bend in the knees, or even leave it out. You can even just pause like this if you needed to, if you had a sore back. Inhale, exhale, lift a raising head and chest, reaching the hands up. So we're going to bend the knees on the way down. Inhale, exhale, lower down, bending the two knees. So inhale, exhale, lift with straight legs. Inhale, exhale, lower, bend the knees. So you are really engaging the block as you lift, and that kind of tells you exactly what part of you, where you might feel it actually. Inhale, exhale, lift with straight legs. Inhale, exhale, lower to bend the knees. Inhale, exhale, lift to straight legs. Inhale, exhale, lower to bent knees. One more like that. Inhale, exhale, lift to straight legs. Inhale, exhale, lower to bent knees. Just pop that block out. Let it rest. Take a moment. Have a little bit of movement. Knees are close to your chest. Whatever kind of movement you feel you want. Okay. We're going to carefully roll ourselves up or roll to one side. If it doesn't sit, remember, you choose. And up we come. Now we're going to want our block towards the front of our mat, just so it's there when we need it. Coming around to your tabletop position. Getting ready for downward facing dog. Take a second with those hands. You know, the more you do it, the greater spread you get. So you're spreading your fingers and your palms on both hands there, and they're shoulder width. Knees and feet are hip width. Curling the toes under, lift the knees up, aim nice and high with your bottom. Allow yourself at every kind of movement feels right. You might like a wee sway or shim. You might want to walk the dog. Remember, don't worry about straightening the legs. Just sort of see what's right for you. Lovely. Inhale, right leg off your mat and in there, so you watch that. The leg stays nice and straight. Arms, shoulders level. Exhale, right foot forward to the inside of the right hand. Now you give that a hand if it needs it. Remember, you can bring your knees down and step it forward. Absolutely. Pause. Give your hands a break. Lightly place them. Back leg strong. Now don't let that back leg move. Keep the big toe and the ball of the foot in the same spot, even when you're twisting. We're going to twist both ways. If you like a block, you have the block close to your front foot. You can cup the left hand around the block, lift up through the left arm, lift the belly as you turn that upper body to the right, and you can reach your right hand up then if that suits you. So remember, that back foot doesn't move. The big toe and the ball of the foot is firmly planted. Same with the front. We'll float the right hand down and we're going to have the block outside the foot now. I like to stand it a little bit taller. Cup my right hand around it. The arm is close to the leg. The back heel now comes down so the toes point out to the left. And slowly, it's like drawing a nice line up towards the sky with the left hand. Don't let the knee fall in. Slowly does it. The left hand comes back and down. Just pop the block out of the way, but not too far. And when you're ready, we'll meet back in down dog. Take a moment there with the hands, with the feet, with the hips. Remember, it's not about straightening your legs. Don't worry about that. Go for length in your spine. Better to keep a bend in the knees and really kind of lengthen out and send the body because the sit bone's back. We'll have the left leg. Inhale off your mat in the air. Keep a wee eye on it. Exhale, left foot forward to the inside of the left hand. Check your knees above your heel, remember at the front. Give those hands a rest and wee break if they need it. lightly place them. Now that back foot, remember, the big toe and the ball of the foot doesn't move. When you twist, it has a tendency to either roll in or out. You don't want that to happen, so you kind of gotta be really conscious and aware of it. So if you like a block, you place the block close to the front foot, leave a slight space, cup the right hand around it, lift up through that right arm, turn that belly, ribs and shoulders to the left. Remember, don't let the back foot move. Float the left hand up, so both of the feet are firmly gripping your mat now. Lovely. Float the left hand down. Take a moment as we pop the block to the outside of the foot, and you might want to stand a little bit taller, remember. Cupping the left hand around it. Let the right heel go down so that the toes are pointing out to the right. The left knee stays deeply bent. You just kind of drawing your line up towards the sky there with your right hand. So plant both the feet. Control the legs. Slowly, right hand back and down. You just pivot on that back foot and pop the block out. Take a moment or take your time as you go back to downward dog. Checking the hands is always a good idea. Checking the feet. Okay, let's keep the feet up width apart, but we're going to be a plank position. So I want you to move the feet back a little and then move your body weight forward. Your wrists are below your shoulders. Push away from your mat. Now we're going to do a side plank. You're all familiar with the beginner side plank, so bring your right knee down if you need to, and then the left knee down when you go to the other side. Just do what's right for you. Change it if you need to. So we're going to come onto this right hand, outer edge of the right foot. The left foot comes down, the left hand reaches up. Draw in through your belly. Slowly, left hand down. You kind of just pivot over to the other side. Take a wee look at that left hand. The wrist should look like it's below the shoulder. Right hand up. Okie doke. Right hand down. Give me a plank. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees down. Now come down onto your forearms and elbows. We're going to get ready for a wee puppy dog. But you can always give those wrists a little rotation first. Now, puppy dog. Elbows are down, forearms and hands. Nice straight line running there from fingertip to elbow. You could stay here if you needed to, be absolutely fine, and even change it a wee bit if you needed to. If you can, you move the hands a little bit more in front. You begin to bring your forehead down. See what it feels like. Adjust the elbows a little. Adjust the forehead a little. Kind of begin to let go now in position. You just relax your belly. You relax your heart. Now just ease off on your forehead. Begin to slide your hands down so they're alongside your ears. Begin to sit yourself softly, carefully back to your heels, and if it suits you, slide the hands all the way down now so they're resting alongside the legs and feet. If that doesn't suit you, support the head. You might need a little bit of movement and then just let go and sink. We're just having a pause here in Balasana, child's pose. Begin to raise your head and chest. Come onto your hands or just in front of your knees. We're going to curl the toes under, lift the knees up, keep the feet hip width and just hang down over bent legs. Nice soft sway or shimmy. Placing the hands on the shins, but just slowly walk the hands up the legs. Take your time. Little rotate with the shoulders. Nice exhale, I think. Get rid of all that stale air. Okie doke. Come to the middle of your mat. Turn to face me this way. Step your feet about. Step your feet apart about 1 meter. A little bit more if you can. Pop your hands under your hips. Just take a second and look at your feet. So spread your toes, your instep and your heels. Be aware of the imprint of your foot, the big toe, the ball of the foot, the little toe, the outer edge, around the heel. Get the sensation that the instep is lifting. Traveling up from the instep then, you feel the inner thighs lifting. Draw in through the belly, lift your pelvic floor. Your tail should just be really soft and naturally dropping. The shoulders are relaxed. Pause. Breathe. You can always turn the head a little bit from side to side if you want. Give yourself a little bit of a neck rotation and a little bit of a nosy at the same time. Okay, we're going to get ready for Warrior 2, Virabhadasana 2. If you could give me a little bit more distance in the legs, don't worry if you can't. It doesn't matter if you don't sit deep, you just do what's right for you. So lift the left toes up slightly and the right toes all the way around. Check that right foot is straight. It's kind of heel to heel or heel to instep, remember? Every now and again, remember to check your feet. Go and bend the right knee. You can always creep the right foot more towards the right side of your mat there if you need to. Nice deep seat if you can without the knee overshooting. Chest to centre to face this way and arms to shoulder level. Remember, you don't have to sit so deep if it doesn't suit you. Plant your feet, control your legs. Feel like you're lifting your thigh on your back leg, the left leg. Feel the inner thigh and the top of the thigh on the right leg. Turn and let's lift the head out over the left hand. Just take a second gazing back. And then softly turn the head to look out over the right hand, gazing forwards. Pause, remember feet, gripping your mat, breathe in. Lovely. Inhale, hands to your hips. Exhale, straighten the leg, turn those feet to face forward. Take a moment to wee sway or shim. Right toes turn them in slightly. Left toes all the way around. Check the foot is straight. Check the feet. Begin bending that left knee. Give yourself more distance between the feet if you wish. Nice fixed position. Chest to centre facing this way. Arms to shoulder level. Turn the head to look out over the right hand, so you're gazing back. Turn the head to gaze out over the left hand, so you're gazing forwards. Sit a wee bit deeper if you can. Lovely. Inhale, hands to hips. Exhale, straighten the left leg, turn the feet to face forward. Again, take a moment with a wee sway or shim. Then we're doing our Trikonasana, your triangle pose. Left toes up and in slightly. Right toes up and all the way around. Check the foot is straight. Chest back to centre to face this way and arms to shoulder level. Take a look out. Not too high, shoulders relaxed. A little bit of softness now in that right knee. Lift up from your waist and inhale. Exhale as you extend over to the right and down. Remember, you could stop knee, shin, ankle, foot. See what feels right for you. You could keep your hand on your foot or leg. You can have the hand on the ground or inside. You choose what's right. Grip with your feet. The left hand is extending skywards. Okay, left hand to your hip. Gaze down to the big toe for a second. Soften that knee and lift yourself up with the feet gripping strongly. Turning the feet to face forward this way. Have a moment. We're a fan of a sway or a shimmy in this class. Right toes in slightly. Left toes all the way around. Check the foot is straight. Chest back to centre to face this way. Arms to shoulder level. Gaze out, check are not too high. We don't want those wings up here. We want a nice kind of level line. There's a little bit of softness in the left knee. You'd hardly see that. Now lift up from your waist and inhale. Exhale as you extend over to the left and down. Remember, you stop where it's right for you. It could be knee, it could be shin, it could be foot. The right hand reaches up towards the sky. Now remember, a sore shoulder might not like that, or a sore back, so you can keep the hand on your hip if need be. Now grip with your feet. Right hand to your hip. Gaze down to the big toe. Use the left foot strongly, lifting yourself up. Turning your feet to face forward. Let's toe heel, step them together. A moment, just keep a slight gap there between the feet. Relax the arms down for your mountain Tadasana. Take a second to just kind of feel through the feet, the imprint of the foot. Okay, turn to the face of front of your mat there. Let's bring the feet together. Keep a space, don't be too close to the front. Spread out your toes, your instep and your heels. I'm going to come into a squatting position, the chair, Utkatasana, as you bend your knees to sit yourself down. Sweep the arms up alongside the ears. Take them a little bit broader, just a little bit. You can always go wider if you wish, of course. Sore shoulders can keep the hands to their heart. Draw in through your belly. You should be gazing towards the front of your mat or in front of your mat. So your neck is naturally long, and even if you move your head really softly here, you'll kind of know that you're not holding tension. I'm going to bring the palms together and bow down and step the feet carefully back to downward dog. Just take a second with the hands. Wee sway or shim if you need. Inhale, right leg off your mat and in the air. Exhale, right foot forward to the inside of the right hand. Take your time getting there if you need it. Back foot, let's just step it in a few centimetres or inches, so about the length of your legs. Use your feet strongly. Lift yourself up. Make sure before you do that your block is close by. So we're coming into a kind of softer, easier version of a warrior one. Begin to bend the front knee, arms up alongside the ears. Relax the shoulders. Lovely. Hands to your heart. Begin to almost straighten your front leg, but keep a little bit of softness. Now I just want to adjust my back foot slightly, so I'm just going to step it in just maybe a centimetre or two. Not much, just a fraction. Now pop the hands under your hips, just double check what way you're facing. You know your block is close by. We're going to do reverse triangle. So lift up from your waist, feel your height. We're going to sweep the left arm up and really kind of feel that extension. Slowly does it as we begin to fold forward and reach with the left hand. Now let's pause and reach again. Slide your right hand around to the flat of your back and grab your block. If you're newish to class or if you have any balance issues, you'll want your block inside your foot. But if you're experienced, you can pop your block outside your foot and cup the hand around the block. So remember, inside is fine, The block has got 3 heights, so you choose the height that's best for you. Now just feel like you're drawing your right hip back there with the right hand, and you've begun your turn or your rotation to the right already. Then slowly continue turning the belly, ribs and shoulders. Pause. Turn the belly, ribs and shoulders some more. Pause. Don't worry if your legs are wobbling, it's okay. Turn a wee bit more. Reach or float your right hand up. Now pause, grip your feet and breathe. Slowly, right hand down, just pop the block close by the mat there so you've got it when you need it. 2 hands down, take your time. We'll meet back in downward dog. You'll have to adjust both of your feet. Take a second. Lovely. So the left leg. Inhale, left leg off your mat and in the air. Exhale, left foot forward to the inside of the left hand. Take your time now, so step your back foot in a few centimetres. Use your front foot strongly, keep the knee bent, lifting yourself up. If you're used to it, you can do that really fast, like knee bent, hips facing forward, 2 arms up alongside the ears. Pause. Relax the shoulders, you're allowed to wiggle your fingers. You're allowed a little bit of movement if you feel you got a wee jam in your hip or anything. Lovely. Inhale, hands to your heart. So you almost straighten that front leg and you adjust your back foot just the tiniest little bit, just a tad. Okay, so the hips are facing forward and the ribs are lifting. You bring your right arm up alongside your ear and you get your height. So you lift up nice and tall. Remember, the big hip joint here to get up and over. So as you lift, you're going to begin to fold and reach forward, and I always slide my other hand around to the flat of my back around this point. Pause now. Let's have another kind of real reach forward and then slowly down. You can pop the block to the inside of the foot for sure. You can go outside if you want to challenge yourself, if you know you can. You lift up through that left arm now and you begin to turn your belly, ribs and shoulders to the left, and do it a little bit at a time. And pause. And then you turn your belly, ribs and shoulders a little bit more. And pause. You might have a little bit more to give, to go. You can reach or float your left arm up. And then grip with your feet. Big toe, ball of the foot, little toe as well. Brilliant. Left hand down. Just pop the block out of the way. 2 hands down. Have a moment and we will meet in downward dog. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to exhale. Get rid of all the stale air. We'll come in a plank position. Remember, you can always do a half plank by bringing the knees down if you wish. I adjust my hands a little. Push away. So we'll lower in a second, and if you wish, bring your knees down and lower really softly and gently. If you can, you're going to tilt forward, bend your elbows, lower down to chaturanga. Slide your feet away as you lower all the way down. Take a moment now, we're going to get ready for a nice little moving cobra. So your hands are at chest level, the legs are long, not too close, not too wide, they're active. Inhale, begin to raise the nose, chin, chest, and lift. Keep the elbows in and the shoulders relaxed. Exhale slowly to your belly. Legs long and active. Inhale. Begin to raise the nose, chin, chest to keep the elbows bent and close. Shoulders relaxed and down. Exhale slowly to your belly. And remember, you don't have to lift high. Inhale. Begin to lift the nose, chin, chest. And exhale slowly in a controlled fashion to your belly. We're going to pause, just rest, perhaps one hand on top of the other, one cheek on your hands. Let your legs and feet relax. We're going to just change cheek and change whichever hand's on top, really softly, mindfully and carefully. We'll slide our hands to chest level, push to tabletop. Carefully does it as we sit all the way back to our heels. You can choose if you want your hands under your forehead, if you want them in front, or if you want them down alongside your legs and feet. Two hands to your mat. Carefully begin to push yourself up. Going to take a seated position. Facing this way. Going to do forward fold over two legs. Paschimottanasana. To have the legs fully straight is very strong and absolutely not for everybody. Nice way to come into it is to just kind of do it in stages. So if we keep our knees bent deeply and our heels down, our toes pointing up, and have a second just to get the flesh away from the sit bones. Actually, I'll do it sideways on because you'll kind of see what way the spine is meant to be, or in theory. So my knees are deeply bent. I'm going to hold on to the outer edge of my feet. Your feet can either be together or apart, either's fine as long as you control your knees. It's all about your own dimensions. Now, draw in through the belly. Lift up from the waist. And we haven't got far to go to reach the thighs. We're practically on them. Just kind of bringing yourself forward. And this might not suit everybody. You can always use a scarf or a belt or a towel. And we'll just pause here. And hopefully, if you can see the line or the angle of my spine, it's just nice and kind of straight but tilting forward slightly. Right, you can really soften this. You could even have your hands or arms behind your knees with your feet down, and even have them closer to your body actually if you wanted. And we're just going to release the hands, ease off for a second and begin to raise the head and chest. We're going to move the feet a little bit more in front now, so we'll do it in 3 stages altogether. So move the feet a little bit more in front. If you know you're working with a sore back and you'd rather have a run with a really, really soft version, that's okay. Get that flesh away from the sit bones. Now we're going to lift up from our waist, very slowly reach forward to hold on to the feet perhaps, and remember you can use your belt, strap or scarf or whatever here. Raise the kind of, keep the breastbone lifting at this point. And again then as you slowly kind of draw yourself forward onto those thighs, your shoulders are relaxed. You can either gaze to the toes or relax the head. Again, you should see the angle on my spine where I've just travelled that little bit further, but it's still long, it's not curved. People seem to think it's all about straightening the legs, and it's not. It's about lengthening the spine. You've got to take care of the back. Always work with your back in mind. Really ease off in the hands and carefully begin to lift ourselves up because we've gone that a little bit further. Now, the third stage, we'll extend the heels more in front. Go back to a previous one or even lie down and prepare for your relaxation if you wish.
So there's still a slight bend in my knees. It's probably quite a big one really if you can see from this angle. Some people, if you know yourself, your hamstrings allow you, your back allows you, and you want to do it with a straight leg, feel free to go ahead and do that. Feel free to use a little bit of equipment too, but let's take our time with it. We're going to lift up and we're going to reach up for this last one. We'll float the arms up towards the sky and lift up from our waist and slowly begin to kind of reach forward, and let's pause. Have another breath. Reach forward some more and pause. Have another breath. Reach forward. Okay, so the hands can come to the feet perhaps. Ankles behind the knees. They can even rest on the ground. Let's raise the head and shoulders just to see what that feels like. So you should be seeing a nice diagonal line, hopefully in my spine, where I'm tilting forward as opposed to rounding forwards. Now go ahead and bend the knees more, or go ahead and straighten a little bit more if you wish. And then you just kind of slowly like fold it more forward from the hips. It's like the collarbone is traveling forwards. The shoulders are relaxed. You do it really slowly and pause and breathe. You might find you get a little bit further. Remember, don't feel any pressure to bend the knees more than is right for you. Take your time. Let's even just release the hands. Begin to walk them towards us as we would if we were in a standing forward fold. Let's just kind of relax the legs, give them a wee jiggle. So those seated forward folds, take it really easy with them. If you take it slowly, you'll probably find that A, you get much further, but B, you're less likely to hurt yourself, and that's more important. So whenever you're ready, we will lie ourselves down to get ready for our relaxation. What babes? Taking your time, making sure the shoulders, back, lower back is nice and comfortable, even if you want to keep your knees bent for a moment. What's quite nice is the knees bent and having the feet wider, almost as wide as the mat. And we can let our hands rest in our bellies today just for our final piece of breathing. Take time just to observe any movement in your belly. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Take a moment. We'll just do the counting breath. Remember never to force. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just pause. Let your breath do something for a moment. And we're going to extend that breath to 5. Remember to change it if you need to.
Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just let your breath do its own thing. Okay. If your legs are straight, bend the knees, make your adjustments, draw them in, hands on the knees or behind, just whatever movement's right for you. 2 feet on your mat, roll to the right, push yourself up to sitting in your easy cross, if that suits you, and change it if it doesn't. So, been back teaching this week, real life, in a classroom full of people. Amazing, great. Space is left because people are kind of not able to wake every week, so by all means, just send me a wee text. My number's down below. Nothing beats the real thing, honestly. So give me a like, subscribe. The link to my PayPal is below as well if you can't make it to class. Thanks for showing up every week. As I say, it's amazing to go back to class. Hands prayer. Namaste.